All right. We're live. Coming at you live. Excuse me. I'm eating a giant Get burger today. I made this myself. That's half of it. Ghetto burger. My picture. Yeah. I don't know why it won't stay out. I have no idea what's going on there. I do not got to get some writing in now. So, pop in and we'll chat for a bit, but also got to. Nope. Excuse me. Come on, spell words right. I think I could write 800,000 words in a year if I could just spell right. Good old burger. My order's ready. What order you say? I'm not telling you. Let's view the delivery. Let's view the downloadedness. Okay. 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 Another order. I'm doing another order with this person. That's how much I like them. Come on. I like a fiver, which used to be $5. Now charge you a $3. Stop. $3.78 service fee. So your fiver should be $8.78 or something like that. Where is everyone? Let me eat my ghetto burger. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Um, yeah. So I've noticed they've ramped up the commercials now. I'm making money. Here's what you need to know, Keith, and I will tell everybody. I looked into it, sent a couple emails back and forth to YouTube. My wife brought it up this morning, and actually YouTube got right back to me. In order for me to get paid, you have to watch 30 seconds of an ad. Once you hit the 30-second mark, give it like 2-3 extra seconds, and then you can skip it. Because now the person looking at my thing said, because my ads are doing very well, I'm getting longer ads. And Shelly had mentioned this morning, she's like, I got a 20-minute ad right now. Like, am I supposed to watch a 20-minute ad? And I'm like, no, that doesn't sound right. But then I messaged them, so it's 30 seconds. Yeah, I mean, if they're just on and you're not in any rush, just let them run to the end. If you're setting them up and you're just like putting them on in the background, just let them keep running. But in order for me to get paid, it's got to go at least 30 seconds. So just letting you know. And I appreciate all the help. Not a problem. I appreciate that, my friend. My friend. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm doing box set covers with a guy on Fiverr because he does them very quick and they are very good. My brother from another mother, exactly. What'd you get in this morning? What you're writing this morning? Come on. $1,100 on Memoir 5 and 900 a new short. The Frogman comes to town. That crazy frog man. I'm praying for some rain this weekend. David Allen Coe, dead. I just saw that. 84 degrees, feels like 88, it says. So it's supposed to start raining Friday night. And then Saturday. That will be good. Yeah, lunch and a show. I made a giant ghetto burger. You didn't miss much, Keith. I basically took a bite of my burger. No, no, I didn't. I haven't moved yet. Although I am drinking mushroom coffee today, so there's a higher than average chance that you will see some butt crack today. So something's moving. What's moving? I know the last couple, 3 times I've had mushroom coffee, I haven't immediately had to run to the bathroom, which is weird. Take a picture. That's fine. So we have the new dog only for a few days because of all the fires. Oh yeah, the coffee yet? It might be today. You know what I mean, Keith? It might be or it might not be. We have the new dog, so my wife had to buy this giant one of those cages or dog, whatever they call them. And because the dog and one of the cats keeps eyeing each other and taking swings at one another. There's Shelly. So she puts the cage together last night, which is great because then we put the dog in the cage. Dog was fine. Gave her some snacks. Put her bed in there. She's fine. She's out. That way we don't have to worry because we went out to Cracker Barrel last night. We went to dinner. Last night was date night. And then which is fine. And then Shelly sleeps in one of the guest rooms with both dogs with the door closed, and I sleep in our bed with the door open enough so the cats can come and go. And then nobody's fighting in the middle of the night. We're all good. And then this morning, Maisie, the instigator cat, she gets into the cage and she starts eating any of the snacks that were left from any of the treats that were left the day before. And then she's like just lying in there. And I'm like, okay, now you've taken this over too. But then the other cat, Mary, she just got in. And I think she took a couple of nibbles on a treat, which she normally does not do. So cats are just checking it out today. And I'm eating my giant, what's left of my giant ghetto burger, which is cold. But again, getting some writing in today too. Haas in the house. Mr. Pontificator, if you're nasty. I want to remind everybody that just popped in. I will repeat this several times. Shelley brought up a fact about the ads because now I'm starting to get 20-minute long ads, which is I don't expect you to watch them. But I sent a message to YouTube. They got right back to me. No matter how long the ad is, as long as you watch at least 30 seconds of the ad before skipping it. They said, go 33, 34 seconds if you can, and then hit the skip button, and then you're fine. I still get paid full for the ad. Obviously, if it's shorter than 30 seconds, you got to watch the whole ad. So hopefully that helps, because I got a golf one I was on it. I was like 18 minutes into this video, and I was like, I just have it on in the background, all the old, the Twitch ones. I just do the Twitch playlist, 131. It's probably like 150 hours or more. So I've just had it running for several days, and I'm like, how long is this freaking thing? 20 minutes, and I hate golf. So I was like, oh, good. Then I immediately could skip it and go to the next ad. So just let everybody know. I appreciate you watching the ads. I know it's a pain in the butt. I know it's what we normally don't do, but I'm not just here to entertain you. I need something back from you, and that is money. So you're helping me with money. Maisie has decided that the chair right here, where she normally sits on and licks herself for everybody to see, now underneath the chair, because the blanket is to the ground, that's now her new space. Or she lays under there, I guess, in the darkness, and goes to sleep. Cats are so crazy. She's not looking herself for no money. Yeah, exactly. I would say to her, hey, if they're not going to watch ads, go in the other room and do that. Tom wants to see that. He's got to pay for it. There's Chad Lutsky. What's up, Chad? My wife informed me this morning, since she looks at the bank account and I have no idea how to look at the bank account, that I did very well on Audible, on my audiobooks last month, over $800, which was really, really good for me. It made up a lot of the Amazon money that I'm not making. Chad the Lutsky. It seems redundant, but it works. Chad says, less than 700 words to hit my 40K goal. Deadline today. I'll be done with the entire book today or tomorrow. Excellent. Kind of rolls off the tongue. I mean, it's just the natural progression. Says Tom the Duffy. Nice. And you're at the end now, Chad. Like you're happy with what you got. That's good. Chad, I'm going to give you the quick version, which I've given to everybody else so far, and as new people come in, you have to watch at least 30 seconds of an ad before you can hit the skip button. That's it. So if you start getting 20-minute ads, which they're YouTube told me, I sent them a message and went back and forth with them this morning. They said I will start getting longer ads because I am doing well with ads. So, but you got to go at least 30 seconds. They said 33, 34 seconds just to be safe, so it counts it, and then I will get paid. So keep that in mind. If you do get longer ads, you don't have to watch the whole stupid ad. Keith says, when I sit down to read, it's to get away from the constant talk about the Tigers and the accused, and then I have to read how good the Tigers are in Avonwood Exodus. Summer Straight Job. Just says, yes, I am, and I already wrote the last few paragraphs days ago. Same thing I did with Flies and Skullfish and a few others. Very cool. Well, I'm looking forward to reading it. Did I talk about the tigers in Avonwood? Yes. I forgive you. Chad, I got to talk to Chad only here. Chad's the only one that will be interested in this. Did you see the 50th anniversary album coming out by Accept? Teutonic Titans, 1976 to 2026. To be fair, except for my last two books, I've never written anything that takes place in Michigan. Most of the time, it's places I've never even been. So putting the Tigers in there feels organic. Yeah, it makes sense. This Accept album is coming out September 4th. Number of editions, of course. 2 LP liquid edition, a white label edition, a splatter black and white edition. They reimagined 19 songs from their catalog with an all-star cast. Crappy singer from Ghost sings on Save Us. The dude from Korn plays drums on it. Fast as a Shark, Phil Anselmo, Kirk Hammett, and Mickey D. Balls to the Wall, sung by Rob Halford. Michael Yobbs as Scorpions on guitar, while Love Child sees the Smashing Pumpkins' Billy Corgan and Dave Ellefson on the track. Tom says, I just saw Metal Church put out a new album this year. If you would come to this chat more often, Tom, you'd see me and Chad talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's actually pretty good. Skimmer for Love by a Midnight Mover, or I'm out. Well, let's see. KK Downing will be on it, Bobby Blitz, Chris Jericho, Billy Sheehan, many more. Let me look at the track list. Fast as a Shark, Balls to the Wall, Aiming High, Run If You Can, Hellhammer, Metal Heart, Losers and Winners, Save Us, Up to the Limit, Right is Right, Wrong is Right, Starlight, Fight It Back, Love Child, Breaker, Demon's Night, TV War, London Leather Boys, Monster Man, and Restless and Wild. So no, neither of those songs. Seems interesting. Hey everybody, I'm not the one woman on here today, am I? Is Shelly still here? Key says, hello, Lorraine. Speaking of Avonwood chat, am I allowed to read it? Excellent question. Shelly Rosamilia says, I. She's here. I'm very happy with my Audible. $859.64 from last month. That's pretty good. I haven't got a payment like that in a while. So quite happy. Use your own discretion, I guess, Lorraine. There is some perversion in there, but it's not explicit, more suggested. I like to think I handle those things with tact. I think you would like it, Lorraine. There's a couple of squirmy parts, but nothing graphic. Not like reading a Frank book. The hell is Frank? Yeah, you red flowers in the attic. You're fine. Oh, I just got an email. Shelly just got an email from Color Guard. It's been 3 years since I screened, since I pooped in a box. They want me to do it again. As a fair warning, and I wouldn't expect you would go for shock value. It has to fit emotionally, I would imagine. Wait, did you just say you make over $800 from AC this past month? I did. $859 and something, 68 cents or something. That's just for my books. That's not counting Severed Press books and everything else. Dang, who's the. Listen, I'm more surprised than you are. My wife, happily surprised. She's like, I woke up in a mood this morning. She's like, I got good news. $800 and something dollars. I'm like, I haven't had $800 and something dollars in a while. I'm going to tell you what I've made so far this year, because I hold nothing back. ACX. January I made $309. February $297. March $199. And April $860. So I made $1,665 in 4 months. So an average about $400 a month. I think that's pretty good. That's the most I've made from anywhere so far this year. That's how bad I'm doing. Amazon, garbage. Every month it goes down. And if I go back from previous years and I'm like, hey, $2,000 a month, $59 billion a month. This month, $160, not nearly as good. But since I changed the ACX, so only the first book is from each Audible series is part of that all-you-can-listen thing. And then book 2 on is not in there. It has definitely picked up. I'm doing pretty good this month as well. So that was last month's, I believe. So this month I'm doing, seems to be better. So hopefully it will be bigger. The chat froze with the commercials. You all must be engrossed in them. Lorraine, I'm going to tell you like I told everybody else. If you're there or if you're watching, I don't know if you're watching commercials. I'll hold on in case you're watching commercials and eat some more of my ghetto burger. Maisie just walked from the couch and she stood on top of the dog cage, looking down at Murray sitting at the door of it. Reminded me of the Undertaker versus Mankind cage match. Or Undertaker threw Mankind off the top of the cage. Crazy. Am I frozen? What are we doing here? Congrats on the total. What is ACX? ACX is Audible for Amazon. Amazon owns Audible. So when you do your audiobooks, I put them in directly in there and make my money that way. Mankind should not have been able to get up after that. I know, right? Rip. He's got a giant rip through his lip. His broken tooth is sticking out. That was insane. Classic. Lorraine, I'm going to tell you like I told everyone else. When the ads are running, get to about 33 seconds, and then you can hit the skip button. You don't have to watch entire ads unless they're shorter than 30 seconds. So just a little heads up for you, because according to my messages from you back and forth with YouTube this morning, I'm going to start getting a lot of longer, like 20-minute ads and stuff. Because apparently I'm doing well. You guys are really helping me out by watching full ads. So they figure, let's just dump a lot of bigger ones on. So anything after 30 seconds, they said, if you go to about 33 seconds, you'll be fine. And then you can just hit the skip button. I actually got 640 words done this morning. Struggled to focus, but I did it. Nice. Gotta get those words in. Speaking of the Tigers, the game just started. There you go. It's good they're doing a lot of earlier games right now, right? I don't know why I picked that up. I still have an old school calculator on my desk. My wife was like, no, use your phone. I'm not using my phone. I'm old. What the heck am I going to use my phone for? But I broke 41,000 words on King of the Mountain, which is good, I believe. Today's Thursday. I can't think today's Friday. I'm like, it's the 30th. It's the 30th. Does make sense. All right, so now I've written on that. Now, 3 May Keep a Secret, a short story. If I got another 200 words in this, then I'm done. So I'm gonna hit this. Lorraine said 33 to 35 seconds. Got it. Good job, Lorraine. I know you've got your hands full with your boy. I made sure to wake up a couple hours earlier to make it happen. You know what? And that's what you got to do. You got to find the time in your crazy, chaotic day. Too many dead days this week with 0 Zippo word count. And you know what? That you got to look at that and go, that's all in the past. What can I do for me today? In this moment. I believe that's a Disney song or something. Lorraine's pulling a Keith. That sounds disgusting. Make sure he's doing a lot better. Well, that's good. So I got a box set cover done. Oh, goodness. Guy did a great job, less than a day. Fiverr. I always use that guy for my box set stuff. $5, and then they charge you $3.78. So it should instead of Fiverr, it should now be $8.78. I was thinking that, Keith, as I was writing it. Writing has been interfering with video game time. I may have to splurge this weekend after the Owls. And you know what? That's what you got to get to, right? You're like, I'm finished with this. And now, video games. Now I can play Miss Pac-Man for hours if I want. That's what you got to say to yourself. I'm going to get a high score in Miss Pac-Man this weekend. Pong is not going to beat me. I'm going to tell you what I'm phenomenal in. Much better than my wife. Tetris. I crush her every time we play. I hope she's not still on. I guess she's still on. We've been doing jigsaw puzzles lately. We've done 2 of them in the past couple weeks. It's fun. It's relaxing. It takes your mind off of things. We're going to pull another one. We did a bunch of them during COVID. And so I bought like a bunch. We bought like a bunch of them. There was a company, I forget what the company was. They were advertising all the time. They were smart. They were like, "Oh, COVID, here, let's run Facebook ads." And so I bought a bunch of them. I also bought I think during COVID we did Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast. We did that cover as a jigsaw puzzle, and I think I have a Judas Priest one. We still haven't opened. Maybe we'll do that one next. These are like 1,000-piece puzzles. What is a splurge to you, Chad? A day away from the keys. Guilt-free playing hours at a time. That was my second guess. Unfortunately, I play video games with the same keyboard I do most of my writing at. That's I do. All I play is my baseball game, and I play Minecraft. Couldn't think of the name of it. And I'll have one or the other up if I'm not on here. That way I'm like, I don't know what the next part of this is going to be. So then I'll knock down a mountain or something. I'm like, I got it. I got it. That's why I have a PS5. I need the mental separation. Yeah. I went up to PS2. Nothing past PlayStation 2 for me. And I have it. It used to be hooked up to a television in the baseball room, but it is. I guess it's in the drawer now. Sometimes I write in notebooks with a pen. Sometimes on my Alpha Smart Neo 2 thing because it has no internet. Sometimes on my laptop, and sometimes at the PC in my office. And a lot of writing gets done outside during the summer months. Nice. I cannot write in a notebook. Then I can't read my writing. I literally will write on this laptop I mean, the laptop itself is closed. I got a monitor on top of it. I got the second monitor and all the do gadgets hooked up to it. Now, if we go on vacation, my wife brings her laptop, and then I'll write on there. But I didn't the last time when we went to Biloxi. I did not write on it. I used to jigsaw puzzles all the time with my mom decades ago. They are relaxing. They are. Um, they're fun. They're just fun. We did like a. We always like the old nostalgic ones, the old school ones. Like the ones we did were like Americana ones we just did. So it had like Elvis and Sinatra and Coca-Cola and George Washington on it, all kinds of different things. It was a pretty good puzzle. Chess says, I type very fast, so sometimes my mind isn't as fast, and writing with a pen allows my brain to catch up with what I've written. I did 2 jigsaw puzzles so far this year. I think we've done 2. We might start another one tomorrow night when she's home. My dad, growing up, we would always, my dad and my brother would always do jigsaw puzzles. There was always, he had like this board that he had cut, and then we would put the jigsaw puzzle on it. We would work it, and then he would move it from like the living room to the kitchen table. We would go out back to the gazebo, wherever we were, and we would do these puzzles. And then my dad would flip them over, and then he would tape them or use that glue, and we would put them together. And then we had, at one point, like in the closet, we had like 50 or 60 puzzles. It was crazy. Right, says, I can't write in notebooks, nothing I want to be able to read later. I write ADHD style all over the paper in different angles. Something in my head says you don't need a new sheet of paper. My dad this one time had this purple, it was a purple, like 1,000-piece puzzle. It was purple on both sides, and there were no end pieces. And that took him forever to do. It was like, world's hardest puzzle or whatever it was. And you had no idea. I mean, you don't even know where to start on that thing. I remember me and my brother helped them, and we would like, it was very exciting if we got like a couple of pieces together, just randomly. Haas says, I can't write by hand either. I have to type, or I just can't write fast enough to keep up with my brain. Says, my notebooks are like that, Lorraine, with arrows pointing at the paragraphs that are out of order. I used to write by hand, but again, I couldn't read it, and then I would just like, let me just not worry about it. Man, Maisie loves this, getting in this friggin' thing, sniffing around. Or he says, yep, that's it. Excuse me. Randy, they get a kick out of this. When I was writing Flies, I didn't have a title yet and told my wife I was going to call it Over Her Dead Body. And she said, no, that's stupid. She was right. All right, I think I'm done with this story. I am done with it. 2,040 words. You know what that means? That means now you got to find a place to submit it, to sell it even. Yeah, my goal was 2,500 on it, but you don't want to just pad something. You don't want to just eat pad thai unless you're really hungry. That's one of my rules. So far today I've written 1,843 words. Not bad at all. Now I got to go through my stories. Figure out where to submit that thing. Not right now, though. Always listen to your wife, Chad. Exactly. I think my record is 37,000 in one sitting. That's crazy. That is nuts. Wish you could do that every time. Yeah, that's a lot of words. I believe mine is 18,000. And then I didn't write for a couple of days after that. How is it humanly possible? I'll sign up for your course. Exactly. That's just a lot of freaking words. If I always listened, the book wouldn't have been written. I told her the premise, and she said, "Really? That's it? Is spelling bee?" I said, "Trust me, it'll be awesome." She loves it now. Sometimes the simplest of things like that, you know what I'm saying, become the best story. You don't need these giant, elaborate plots and huge ensemble cast. Mary, stop. Toss says, it's easy. I have a sleep disorder. I didn't sleep for 3 days and lots of thick coffee. That's crazy. Apparently, Patreon has a new update on something or other. Also, having no life whatsoever is a major bonus. See, you gotta positives on everything. A couple people noticed I did not do a Wednesday video yesterday, a writing video that I normally do. What I recorded, I didn't really like. So I'm going to probably just record another thing. But I'm like, you know what? I'll record something this afternoon for tomorrow. So there will be a Friday and a Sunday one this week. And then watch at least 33 seconds of every ad. I got to find the positive somehow. Or it says, huh, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Joe. I just got a message from Praise Mary. I don't know if Praise is her first name and Mary is her last name. Regarding your book. I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out to share information about a platform where your book can be presented to readers. It provides a structured way to make your work available and visible. If you'd like further details, please feel free to reply. Best regards, Mary. So I guess Mary's her first name. Praise is just you praise her. I'm not going to send you a message. For instance, I wish I had a solution. There's Charlie. The hell you been, Charlie? Charlie, like I've been telling everybody else. Videos, you got to watch 33 seconds or more of a video for it to count. Then you can hit the skip button. But don't just hit the skip button or I'm not getting paid. So watch like the first 33 seconds of a video, then hit the skip button. I would appreciate it. Thank you. And now next door up, they're arguing about the King of England. Because why? We live in Jacksonville. The King of England has become a mostly ceremonial position and has no control over legislation. And he also has no control over you, Michael. People are nuts. Chad says, I think if anyone wrote 37,000 in one sitting, that 30 of it would be trash. I know it would be for me. Charlie says, what's a skip button? I have ad blockers. Turn the ad blockers off, you idiot. I'm not making any money. I'm sorry for calling you an idiot, but don't put an ad blocker on it. I need you to watch the freaking ads so I can make money. Haas says, yep, that's my secret, Lorraine. Sorry for the disappointing look behind the curtain. No disappointing here, sir. Just feel bad that you have to deal with that. I appreciate that, Charlie. Ad blockers. Ads equals money for me. So you are not helping me at all. Yeah, Charlie missed the whole point exactly. What are you giving me? Looks like more garbage. Thank you, Mr. Mailman. Everything I write is trash, Chad. Charlie's just been getting all this free content here for nothing. I'm getting nothing. I'm not even getting paid. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for ruining everything. You know what? My wife is on, Charlie. I think she's going to have a word with you. Ad blocker. Ugh. What is wrong with these people? Thoughts and prayers. Well, remember this when you're monetized, Charlie. Exactly. Right, it says, one of your books will be at my house today, Haas. I know it's not going to be trash. Yeah. What's your what's your actual name, writing name? Haas. Why does everything keep getting frozen? This internet is not doing well today. Probably because I got about 400 things open. That also might have something to do with it. Says who, Ponty? Trust us, that's fine. If when I do get monetized, skip as soon as you can. Now, that's not the idea behind that. And you're not listening. I think it's good. Oh, dear Lord, Lorraine is actually going to read my stuff. What's your what's your writing name, Haas? I've asked several times. Come on with this. I'm trying to delete stuff because I got 47 tabs open. I'm trying to get rid of some of these tabs so I can actually, I don't know, get to a page and write. JD Haas is my pen name. Okay. I try to read everyone's work here by the regulars I chat with. Yeah, if you're irregular, she is not going to hang out with you. Her words, not mine. Why is this one $56? That seems like a lot. The payback on this one was $61. Also seems like a lot. You just got those two, or am I missing something? God Potato. Oh. Oh. Are you looking at my stuff, Armand? I am. Amber Lee and the Daylight Medallion. Looks like you got two of them in here. Out of print, and it's a reseller. Wow. That would explain the 56. I'm guessing the paperback on the other one, which is $61. Because it's a comic book and printing those is extremely expensive. That's why I just promote the ebook version. He sees it too. So the Kindle. Oh, and it's a. All right, so it's Kindle Unlimited. So I can add this to my library. All right, so I could just get rid of Keith's book. No, I'm just kidding. All right, downloaded it onto the Kindle. I will check it out after I finish Keith's book. I didn't read a lot of Keith's book last night. We watched TV till like 11 something, and I went to bed. I'm like, I'm tired. What is today but yesterday's tomorrow? So always poetic, always pathetic, Frank. Chad says, "Oh, that's why Lorraine keeps calling him Haas. I just thought she was using it as a term of endearment, like, hey, chief, hey, boss, hey, Haas, hey, pal, hey, buddy, hey, garçon. I thought I was going to take the comic book world by storm back then." Right, so unfortunately, I have to duck out of here early. My son is at the door begging to go out for one of our rides around town. You enjoy your ride around town? It's hot out there. It's a hot one. Keith says, hurtful. Libraries are so juicy. They are. I see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, Lorraine. Yep, we're doing this tomorrow. All right. Remember, everybody, Shelly is still in the house. So we still have a lady in the house. So don't be talking like Frank. She was waiting for you to come in, Frank. She literally was like, as soon as Frank gets here, I am out of here. I'm not doing this anymore. Frank, just so you know, you got to watch at least 33 seconds of an ad before you click it off. Don't be a douche like Charlie and use an ad blocker. 33 seconds, and then you can hit the skip button. Now, what did I say? I feel bad that I didn't get to say hello to God Potato and Frank. Sorry, got to go. I don't even know who God Potato is. God Potato just posted that one time. Charlie says I turned ad blocker off. I appreciate that, Charlie. I mean, wink, wink, Charlie, turn it off. Thousands of dollars I'm losing because of you. Thousands. Actually, thousands of dollars my wife is losing because of you. Okay? I can stop watching after 33 seconds. This is huge. Yes. Once you hit the 33-second mark on an ad, because people are starting to get 20-minute ads. I'm starting to get them. My wife got a couple of them this morning. And so I sent a message to YouTube. They got right back to me, too. And said, no, if they watch anything over 30 seconds of an ad, unless it's obviously shorter than 30 seconds, got to watch at least 30 seconds. If they go to like 33, 34 seconds, you're better off, and then you'll get paid full for the ad. We have to watch the commercials to support Shelly. Very, very much so. Yes, please do. Exactly. My commercials the ads have slowed down a bit over the last few days. So I'm not at that $100 mark yet. And obviously today's the last day of the month. So I won't get paid this month, but it'll roll into next month. And then Shelly should get paid for all of this. Wait, we can get an ad blocker? No, Chad, you can't get an ad blocker. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that. Please appreciate you screwing me over here. Appreciate that. No, he was lying. It's a joke. Haha, I can get an ad blocker. Haha, that's not real. That's not a real thing. Hi, Frank. I had to log out for a few, so it could work on my computer, but I am back. Oh, so IT could work on not it. IT can work on my computer. Ad blockers are fake and don't work yet. Do not use an ad blocker. Charlie, the can of worms you just opened. Worm cans. Ad blockers. See? Ugh. No ad blockers. Anybody starts using ad blockers, I'm going to find out. I'm going to ban you. I'll be so angry. All right, I'm going to send the new. Since I wrote a bunch today, I'm going to compose a MondoCon update email for everyone. I mean, if you're coming, everyone. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So there's 8 of them. All right. Frank says, Charlie, tell me more about this ad blocker so I know how. No, don't tell him anything. Knowing is half the battle. You do say that a lot, though. There's Nick, present after like a 20-minute ad. Needs insult. What? No! Charlie, I'm going to beat you if I ever catch you. Pork chop sandwiches. That sounds delicious. It's all an Illuminati trick to feed your children to the reptilians. Ad blockers are not real. Yeah, stop with the ad blockers. Nick, you have to watch 33 seconds of the ad before you can hit the skip button. That's all you got to do. You can't give me 33 seconds of your life? All right, new MondoCon 6 update is coming out. That didn't work. All right, so this is where this is the email where we take requests for food and drink. And it's sent. If you got any new weird food things, Nick, can we start a GoFundMe to get Chad to MondoCon? I feel like you would have to get a GoFundMe that includes having somebody going to Mish and kidnap him. Ghost peppers and ketchup for me, please. Frank, you're not coming. You ignore the email. You're not invited. Let me know that you did get the email though. That you're no longer invited to. It's rescinded. I went to school with a girl. She was in a grade younger than me. Her name was Lucinda. Lucinda Bellows. In case she's watching. Hey. Chad says, us showing up for 2 hours every day for Armand and watching every video he puts out. Armand, you can't give me 30 seconds of your life? So ungrateful. Yeah, it is ungrateful. You can't give me 30 seconds of your life. Listen, I'm not inviting you to come hang out. You come out of your own volition. I don't care if any of you comes to hang out with me. I got to write some damn books here. I'm doing this so everybody watches and gives me 30 seconds of your time. If you're watching this afterwards, or if you're going to watch any of my other videos, just give me like 33 seconds of your time. I was just thinking this morning about how cool of a thing MondoCon is. It really is, Chad. I wish you weren't such a homebody. I would invite you in a heartbeat. Like, don't like the con, start your own, and done. Exactly. I'm like, I don't want to be around people I don't like. I invite people that I do like. Time for a Lutsky Con. It's like, you know what? You come, you hang out for 4 days, you eat a ton of food, snacks. We talk shop. We talk crap about each other. It's fun. You get to that point from day 2 or day 3 where Chuck says, "Has everybody else taken a shower? Maybe I should take a shower." Frank says, "New topic: How I steal 33 seconds of your life every day." hopefully it's more than 33 seconds. Hopefully you watch like say 3 ads. It's 99 seconds of your life. Like you need us here for the ego, and you know it. Well, yeah, I mean that's also a big part of it. LutskyCon has a nice ring to it. LutskyCon sounds like uh, there would be a lot of LutskyCon for some reason to me sounds like there would be a lot of bratwurst and beer steins at the LutskyCon. Chad Fest. Yeah, you can go with. I would go with Chad Fest. Get a LutskyCon. Like I didn't want to go with like Rosamilia Con. That's just way too long. You can't put that on a coffee mug. Lutsky Palooza. That you know what that makes the most sense. Only a beer. Chad doesn't drink. Definitely a German fest. Is that use Lutsky German? Frank says, "Is the nip thing something everyone does when you say the same thing as someone else?" I think it's you owe me a Coke. But I mean, you're from Jersey, so it's probably you owe me a beer. I thought that was Jinx. Like the punch buggy game or the circle game. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Right. Did I could ever get all the way to Michigan for any con. Yeah, that's too far for you, Nick. Jinx, Nip, it's all the same game, really. I mean, really? Is it really? You son of a. Works crazy today, so I'm in and out of the stream and chat. Nick says, but I would go to a BK con. Burger King. I also love Burger King. I don't really love Burger King. It is German. I thought it was. That's what I thought. I said to myself, self, it's German. Did I use that one? I did use that. I'm making the MondoCon 6 logo. I'd go to a McDonald's con over a BK con. Yeah, me too. I like McDonald's much more than Burger King. Very rarely do we have Burger King. Shelly, are you still on? I have a question for you. Nick says, okay, I clicked off the ad at 30 seconds. Look like a long one again. I said 33 seconds, but you're good. As long as it's at least 30 seconds. Frank says, I can't remember the last time I had Burger King. Frank says, every few years, me and the missus will get a hankering for a BK chicken sandwich and we'll go. Chad likes their soprano burger. We're doing a very, very, very simple lyric logo this year. See, Chad, if you were coming this year, you would get you would not only get a coffee mug, but a coffee mug with me and a picture of me and a midget on the other side of it. Haas says, can't stand fast food at all. I'm diabetic and all of it spikes my blood sugar. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. I unfortunately can stand fast food. Even though it goes right to my hips. You got them childbearing hips, though. You know it. You know it, baby. These hips, they do not lie. They are not. Do not call my hips liars. Or you know what? My hips will call you a liar. I worked at McDonald's as a young chap. Yes, you did. And Dave the Snake came in, right? Gave you $100 bill. I think that was his story. What a time. So many stories. Good time. Good times. Scotty Hill did. Oh, sorry. Scotty Hill did. Snake I ran into at Freehold Mall. Nice. I worked at Freehold Mall. Yeah, if it was Jake the Snake, I mean, Nick, I don't know if you were. I don't think you were on yesterday. I watched the Hulk Hogan 4-part series. Don't tell my wife I was trying to be a manly, but I got a little teary eyed at the end. You know, for what could have been. Could have been so beautiful. Yeah. Looking for that picture of me and the midget, and she's fine with that. I called her a midget. So you can't don't get mad at me. Oh, you're not supposed to use that. She's the one. She said it. Funny part was my 6 foot tall wife almost bending down to talk to her and realizing maybe that would be rude. You and a midget? Is this your Speak of the Devil tour mug? Jake the Snake was looking rough in that Hogan. Yeah, he's been looking rough for a long time, and he's actually better than he was now that he's off of the drugs. YouTube wouldn't let me say midget. No. They talk about his supposed tanking the Union in the 80s. Oh, they talk about all of it. You know, now that he's dead, they can basically talk about anything they want. I'm going to tell you what, I got a lot of pictures in Facebook. Some might say too many. A lot of people that are no longer with us. And by with us, I mean they're just not in the room with me here. Some people that I don't even like anymore. Some people that I never liked. Some people that I'm absolutely in love with. No, a lot of Jay Wilburn. Makes you wonder what could have been. A lot of wedding pictures. Great picture of me with Frank's wife. Me looking down, staring at her boobs. That's a good picture. Pictures me and Jack Wallen. Me and Aunt Margie. Me looking all Kerry King, with my sunglasses on. Me me with my prom date from high school. I look weird with hair. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's got to be around here somewhere. Me with a picture of Keith. Oh my God, me with a picture of Keith. Nice. Troy says, my wife is pretty tall and I'm short. Frank says, Hulk Hogan is dead. Troy says, who is Jake the Snake? What? I hope that you're joking. Frank says, my wife has boobs. Your wife has, yes. About an inch taller than the wife, but she's a few years older. So she's shorter now. My wife is 8 years older, but about 5 inches taller. Wow. How old are you? How tall are you, Charlie? I'm like a half an inch taller than my wife. How tall are you, Chad? I know I've asked this before. I can never remember. Because looking at pictures, you just seem like you're Jay Wilburn tall. But I can't imagine that that's true. 5'5". You're a little midget. Nothing personal. All right, let's go through this set of pictures. Man, I got a lot of pictures. There's a picture of Tom Duffy. Alex from Iowa. Me with S.A. Cosby. Chad's 5'10". You look shorter in pictures. I'll be honest, I got a lot of pictures of food. Another couple pictures of Jay Wilburn. Me and J.C. Walsh when he used to be nice and do podcast things with me. Picture Joe McKinney back in the day. That was going to drive me nuts not finding this picture. This is like the, what is it? Wolf Mother thing all over again. Frank says, I got an inch on you, Chad. I think Chad looks like a tall drink of water in pictures. Shelly says, you're not really taller. I just let you think that because it does make me feel better. I didn't know I was homosexual until I saw Chad on a couch. Wow. I know I'm taller than you, Shelly, or you wouldn't have dated me. I remember her and we were at a crappy convention, and I was invited to the big author dinner, and Jay and my wife were not, so they went out for food. And Jay was like, you would date me, though, right? If Armin and my wife were gone. And she was like, no, you're too short. And he was offended by that. But he's like 6 inches shorter than her. What the heck is this picture? Imagine if Facebook goes away, like MySpace. We got like about 1,000 million pictures. Picture of me and Michael Wiley. Picture of me, In-N-Out Burger. All kinds of stuff. Just, yeah, Hunter and Jack thought I was short too. They thought I was Tim sized. It might be the hair or just your head. You have a short person head. I don't even know what that means. A lot of Chuck Buddha pictures. Don't see much of those anymore. Me with that chick. What was her name? Stamps. Her and her husband, Chris Stamps, was the husband. We went to a Birmingham Barons baseball game with them. She doesn't wear underwear. She told everybody. Oh, me a picture of me and Todd Kiesling pictures. Me and John Quick. John Quick, who posts one time every, I don't know, 2 years. Oh, me with what's his name from Dark Delicacies. I only saw one picture of you and I, Keith, from years and years ago. There's some of our book signings. This is the one that Frank had a bird poop on his shoulder. Pictures of Whitesnake when we saw Whitesnake live. Keith says, I think that's the only one. Could very well be. A couple pictures of my daughter and her ex-boyfriend. I should probably delete those. A lot of good pictures of me and my wife. I mean, she looks really good, but I look amazing in these pictures. My boy Elijah is 6 foot, and Nakota is 6'4". Was I wearing a salmon colored shirt? You were. Yes, you were. And Coda is the youngest, but man, that kid is tall. Where'd you get these names from, Chad? Are they just names you guys were like, let's just come up with some names that aren't? I mean, maybe they are normal up there. I don't know. By normal, I mean common. I don't mean like they're dumb names. It's just they're interesting names to name your kids. You got to have a story behind them, I would imagine. Did you see Whitesnake in the Still of the Night? No, it was in a casino. Mish. Yeah, they're growing big in Mish. Oh, here's a picture of me and John Bowden. That Frank Edler guy. Miko Reese when she was fat. Me and the baseball guys. Another one with me and Joy Edler. Again, looking at her boobs. Which picture are you looking for? I'm looking for me and the midget. The one you took of me and the midget at the bike week. Biketoberfest, whatever it was. Chet says, so what are you guys reading and or writing today? Frank says, you sound mad about those names. I don't so mad. They're just different names. That's what all I'm saying is. I'm not saying I don't like them. In fact, those are going in a story somewhere. They're just different names. That's all. I'm going to tell you what I don't like. When you name a kid like something like that, right? Like perfect, the Nelsons. You name one kid Gunner, but then you name the other kid Matthew. Like, have them both have normal common names or normal cool names. You know what I'm saying? Small lady. She says, I'm reading Avonwood Exodus, and I wrote on Memoir Book 5 and the Frogman short story. Haas says, I'm going to start a second pass on my sequel today, Chad. Nice. Picture of me with Lucas Milliron. Maybe that creepy clown guy from town who used to make the messed up dolls. I wonder whatever happened to him. Oh, me with James A. Moore and Christopher Golden when I sat in on their Three Guys with Beards podcast and took over for Mayberry. Picture of me with K. Trap Jones. Forgot about that. Apparently, I eat a lot of seafood. Picture of my mom. Their names are both biblical. I wanted to name Elijah Shine, but my wife chickened out, so she settled, and that's his middle name. Elijah Shine Lutsky. And I'm considering starting a series called Days. Heard it might be good. It's very, very good. Still, life changing books. I chose Nakota because I wanted him to have a name where everyone knew who he was just by his first name. Like the girls would be, do you know Coda? And nobody would have to say, Coda who? Keith, have you seen the Frogman found footage movie? Shelly says, I just sent it to you. Thanks. I can't find it. You sent it to me where? Oh, Facebook. There it is. There she is in all of her little glory. I like how you just have that hanging around. You just have it. In case my husband ever asked for this picture. Oh, good. I guess I can get off of here now. He says not yet. Was planning this weekend. Big weekend. Him and Lisa going to watch the Frogman movie. We got to watch the rest of the season of Night Agent. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow we're going to do another puzzle. Maybe we'll do the Judas Priest puzzle tomorrow. I forget what album cover it's for. It might be for Screaming for Vengeance. I think it's Screaming for Vengeance. All right. Let me send Chris Adler a message. Chris Adler. There he is. July. Is a picture of you with the midget jersey, Jess, by any chance? I don't know. I don't remember people's names. Why did you date her? You dated her back in the day? And hopefully at some point he will get back to me. I don't remember her name. I just remember we were at Bike Week and I had my. She's a wrestler. I thought it would be fitting. No, no, not a. She wasn't a wrestler. She just did appearances. She was like the. She was like a bartender at one of the bars on in Daytona Beach. It was like Bike Week or Biketoberfest, one of those. I'm wearing my I direct midget porn shirts. Met her at Comic Con when you're pretty cool gal. If you read the whole Dying Day series in the bathroom mirror 3 times, Armand will appear at midnight. No, Armand will appear at midnight, but I'll be sleeping. At midnight, that's just too late. I'll appear about 10 a.m. in the morning if you want me to, but don't waste your time at midnight. Yeah, we were just hanging around with some people, and then all of a sudden, I looked up and was like, holy crap. I said to Shelly, holy crap, there's a midget right there. And I'm wearing this shirt. Shelley's like, you should get a picture. And I'm like, no. I was too scared to go up to her, so Shelly went over. But then Shelly went to bend down and then realized it's probably not a good thing to do. So she remained standing. Can you take a picture with my boyfriend? She's like, sure. Where is he? Here's the problem. Shelly says, he's wearing a shirt that says I direct midget porn. And she got very excited. She's like, oh my God, where is he? She's telling everybody around her. So then came over, gave me got a picture with her. The giant little midget butt. Cool, can't wait to give that a try. Will he bring coffee when it appears? If it's after 10 a.m., yes, I will bring coffee. Then we went to another bar later, and some dude saw the shirt. He's like, oh my God, wait till you see. And he's like, I had a picture. I took a picture. There was a midget in Daytona. I'm like, dude, here's a picture with me with that midget with this shirt on. People love me that year. That was the White Eagle, which is no longer a biker bar or anything. It tore it down years ago. But I'm going to put that on the mugs, on the other side of the mugs. So everybody will have that. Oof. Oofa. I do have a lot of coffee here, Haas, though. So I think we're good. I think I could definitely bring some coffee with me. We got about less than 10 minutes left in this whirlwind of excitement today. Whirlwind of excitement. I can just see Shelly bent down like Princess Leia sending her message. That is exactly what it almost looked like. She started to bend down and then she stopped herself and then she stood up straight. And that was about the size. That was about the size difference too. It was like she was bending down to R2D2. Classic. I wish I'd gotten a picture of that. Good times. Frank, when do you go for your Frank, if you're still on, when do you go for your license thing? Not sure if you guys know this, but you're all going to hell. Oh yeah, we all know that. Come on. The funny part is, Keith, you don't think you're also coming with us? We're all going to be doing this. Hell is going to be this YouTube live, and nobody can click off of it, and it just goes on for basically millennia. Millennia. We all sit here and talk. It's constant pictures of me with midgets. Other time I was in Kokomo's Cafe, where I used to write a lot of my books back in the day. And I was sitting in my corner. I had my own corner. And I was sitting at that table and I was writing, and the bunch of people were in there. I wasn't paying attention. And the owner, Mark, was at the counter, and I had just finished a book set in Kokomo's, the Flagler Beach fiction series. And I said, I was going to make Mark in the book. He's like, oh, you a character that was supposed to be me, whatever he was saying. I said, I was going to make you a midget in it. And he started laughing. And he's like, oh, you're going to make me a midget? I said, yeah, it would have been hysterical, you as a midget in the book. And he's like, oh, yeah. And he's laughing. And then I hear other people laughing, but they're behind a wall. I don't see them on the other side. And then about 5 minutes later, that group gets up, and it's his daughter was there with a couple of her girlfriends. And as they walk by, one of them is a little person. And she's just staring at me. She's not staring angrily. She's definitely not smiling, but she's just looking at me as they leave. And I said, Mark, you son of a bitch, why don't you tell me that? I feel like such a moron now. And then the next time his daughter came in, I'm like, nobody could tell me. She's like, oh my, she's like, she kind of laughed though. I said, really? I said, she's like, yeah. She's like, we go to the club and every dude hits on her. Because that's like that's a thing. I guess it's a bucket list item a lot of guys tell her, to sleep with a little person. So she gets a lot. Like, holy crap. Haas says, and we'll be forced to watch all the commercials. Exactly. Oh, 20-minute golf commercials? Guess what? You're in hell. There's no skip button. Oh, Charlie, you're in hell with us? Guess what? You don't have ad blocker. I don't necessarily want to sleep with little people. I'm just fascinated by them. We were in Philadelphia, I guess during a Beers and Fears week. We were in Philly to look around, and there was one that was walking, and I had to take a picture of her. Again, fascinating. I had to sneeze. Ooh. Ooh, that was a good one. Ooh. It's knocked me out my socks. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. I want to thank everybody for watching at least 33 seconds of the ads before you skip them. I want to thank you for not using ad blockers. I don't want to thank Charlie for putting that thought in anybody's head. I want to thank whoever that little person was that I got to take a picture with. I'd like to thank the Academy. No Oak Island, no Bigfoot, no Skinwalker Ranch. How can we be done? Because tomorrow's Positive Friday, and I just watched Oak Island last night. We can talk about it tomorrow. Frank, are you still enjoying Savage Season? We got what was it, May 19th, I think? Let me look. That May 19th, new season of Skinwalker Ranch. Cannot wait. I will put my watch back on. I want to get some more writing in today, though. I got some other things to do. Top of the 6th, 0-2 Atlanta. Well, that's not good. Plenty of time, plenty of game left. Go enjoy the rest of your game. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. I will see everybody here tomorrow. Positive Positive thoughts and vibes only.